welcome to our video. Wasn't the introduction I was looking for. This is our sequel. There was 2 Aussies travel to Everest Base Camp. Well, now we're heading back to Lukla. So this is Gorak Shep. We're going to take some footage from here back to Lukla. It took us 9 days to get up here, 4 days to go home. There's a bit of the Kumbu cough that I have. Just be aware, Gorak Shep at nearly 5,200 meters, it is freezing cold. Altitude, it's a brutal place. So be prepared. If you come to Gorak Shep, have every bit of clothing you can think of. But here it is, at the roof of the world, 5,200 meters. Onward we go, back to some warmer climate and some lower altitude. We're looking forward to it. You can tell by the landscape how brutal it is up this high near Gorak Shep. For Australians, you will know that Kosciuszko is only 2,228 metres, Gorak Shep's at 5,200 metres, and even our 2 Nepali helpers, our guide and our porter, didn't sleep well last night. Our porter Chitra, he lives in Lukla at 2,800 metres, and Gorak Shep's so high. Some people try to avoid sleeping there, and I got to say, I didn't have a great night. Bit of altitude sickness, you have a bit of headache and a little bit of a nausea. Stephen and I have taken a little bit of Diamox, just a little bit the last couple of days, just to help us out. You don't have much of an appetite. Surrounded by these stark rocks of the Kumbu Valley, or the upper Kumbu Valley. The Kumbu Glacier, of course, is the magnificence of the mountains around us. So, was it worth the effort? You betcha. This is day 10 of our trek, but day 1 of our return trip home. This morning we've come from Gorak Shep. We're coming into Loboshay, which is also another stark village in the Kumbu Valley. When we were here 2 nights ago, when that sun went down mid to late afternoon because of Chalotse, boy did it get cold quick. But it is early December. We've pretty much had no breeze our whole hike, but today it's been cold, so we're still roped up as we come into Loboshay. We've left Loboshay after morning tea, cup of tea, and had lunch at Tukla, had a nice veggie noodle soup. On day 8 we came from Dingboshay across what I called the Yak Plain. This time we're descending down into Ferroshay and following the Duk Kushi. We've already lost 600 metres of elevation, so we're just less than halfway. We're going to lose 1,300 metres today, which should make our bodies feel a lot better. We have just been coming down the probably one of the widest parts of the Khumbu Valley in the upper reaches, and it's been cold because it's been windy. We're now coming through a little village called Ferrochet, and we've descended so for about 1,000 meters today, so we've got a little ways to go. It's been a long day. It will be a long day by the time we get to the end. Pangboche is ahead, so this is a little taste of Ferrochet. On day 6 of the previous video, we talked about the intersection, the Dingboche Ferrochet intersection. The Imja River, which you can see to the right, takes you to Dingboche, and the river on the left is the Doot Kushi, takes you through Ferrochet, which is the trail we've been doing on our way back down. So it's a magnificent spot with Lotzi in the background and Ama de Blam. Our man Deal calls loads like that the Khumbu truck. Out here in the Khumbu, there's no electricity, there's no mains, everything's on solar. So heating in the upper valley is dung, which I've already mentioned in the previous video. But here, this is classic, you see this everywhere. The sun heating and boiling water for drinking, washing, whatever it will be. So you see these things everywhere. Well, that concludes day 1 of our return, day 10 in total. We're in Pangboche. It's been 17 k's, and I reckon Steve and I will be sore tonight. Us middle-aged men don't take too well to downhill walking, but we're at 3,900 meters, and our bodies will be happy for descending 1,300. More oxygen in the air, hopefully it brings back a bit more appetite, and our bodies should be in a happier place. But it's been a great, amazing day. It's day 11 of our trek here in the Himalaya. It's day 2 of our return back to Lukla. We've just left Pangboche, and Stephen and I have had outstanding sleeps. We've decided that our new drug is oxygen. It was so much better than at 3,900 meters and at 5,200 meters. So we both had brilliant sleeps. We're heading to down to the Doot Koshi, up to Temboshi, down again to the Doot Koshi, and up towards Namche. So we're feeling really good and refreshed. Had appetites this morning. So beautiful day. Another cloudless day in the Khumbu Valley. There's mountain goat over there on that rock plateau.
What's his name? Big Bill.
Hard to see though.
We call Nepali
Gil. You know where it is? Pointed at it.
So just on the hill there, folks, the Himalayan mountain goat, bit of a family. And there's a big fella as well. There's a big boy, Dill.
Yep. Just get a hold of what happens next when I give Dill the camera and he spots the mountain goat.
To me. Okay, folks, there's Dill on the side of the bloody mountain having a nail of these having a nail of these mountain goats. David Attenborough, eating hard out there. How they going?
Our guide will go to every length. He's our cameraman too, look at him.
There's a family of about 5 or 6 there.
Oh dear, don't fall.
There's the big fella. There's the big fella just gone off there. Great work, Dill. Great work.
Our first suspension bridge since day 5. Lovely memories. Here we go. Hello. One of the things that's interesting about this walk, it's not like other walks. In South Australia we have the Himalayan Trail, in Tasmania the Overland Track. There are great walking trails in the United States and Europe. Often they are just actually trails set for trekkers. But this walk, this is the actual road. We've been walking up and down the main road of the Khumbu Valley. You will have noticed no bicycles, no cars, no motorbikes. Whether you've watched the first video or this video, this actually is the roadway for industry, commerce, goods, services, everything. This is the road. We've been walking up and down the middle of the main highway. So it's just remarkable how everything works. And those places we've been staying aren't big caravan parks like we have in Australia and other places, camping grounds. We've actually been staying in towns. This is where people live, and we've just been staying in places and villages that have been here for a long time, and they've developed businesses to look after people like us. So when you're thinking about it, realize everything happens up and down this trail. There's no alternative. The only thing that's modern transport is, of course, the helicopter. Morning tea time. We have just come down from Tenboshi. On the way up, other than from above Labuschagne, it's the toughest climb. So it was hard going up on day 5, and it was steep going down on the old knees. Downsy's having a coffee, so am I. Dill's looking after us. Looks so cool in his pop sunglasses. This is a great spot. It's actually the only time of the year for a week in the lower reaches of the Khumbu you can collect wood for the winter. In the area we're about to go into, the snow will come and go waist to shoulder deep.
Chitra, can you ride a horse? Yeah.
Just having lunch with our friends. Now,
It's important to share the love.
that's my toast, Stephen.
Look how happy he is. Oh, bridge.
Ah. Well, we've just had lunch, done a little bit of shopping through the little village of Chengjuma, and we've got about an hour to go to Namche to finish day 11 or day 2 of our return. Well, we've come into Namche, finished day 11, our second day of return, done about 15 k's. We're now 450 metres lower at 3440 after being at 39 in Pang Bochi. That'll be good because Stephen and I really love oxygen. But it's been an interesting walk because we've probably climbed 700 metres across the day. Our guide Dill calls it Nepali flat, which is basically up, down, up, down, up, down. But it's been another fabulous day's walk here in the lower Khumbu Valley, where there's plenty of vegetation and wildlife. It's day 12 of our journey, our third day upon return, and we've been plummeting down from Namche on a really dusty track. We've been wearing our buff today, not so much for the cold or the Khumbu cough, for the dust. We've virtually not seen a cloud in 12 days, and with the animals that go up and down here, it's a dusty track, dry air, cold air. Anyway, we're on an 18k day, and we're going to be passing over 5 suspension bridges, including the big high one is number 1 on our way to Phak Ding. So onward we go through the lower parts of the Khumbu Valley. Yeah, that's it, that's working now. Let's go.
Okay. Sit down.
Keep filming. This is where subscribe. Right down further, Stephen. And he's whistling.
एकछिन बस्नु भनेको त कस्तो मूर्ख रहेछ
And he's whistling.
Yes.
He's gonna take it down. If you're wondering about the suspension bridges, there's the lower one and there's the upper one. That's the one you take, the high one. we are leaving the Sagarmatha Everest National Park. No, thank you. So here we are, coming into Phakding, 18 k's in the lower Khumbu Valley. Wonderful walk, and nice and sunny. A little bit colder now than on the way out. It's now the 7th of December, but it's been a great day's walk. It's day 13 of our trek, and last day, and the 4th day of descending. Today we're going from Phakding to Lukla, back to where the famous airfield is. This morning I was talking to the owner of our Snowlands Lodge, and he was saying about the snow coming around Christmas. He says, oh, it doesn't come so much and so deep around here at 2,600 meters. It snows much more deeply up in the mountains. Up in the mountains, I thought. Well, it's 400 meters higher than Mount Kosciuszko. Anyway, we've slept like babies because we had plenty of oxygen, and the vegetation's changing all the time, and there's plenty of traffic today. Have a look.
Peak hour, chappy. Peak hour. Tell you what, you don't want to get hit with a donkey tsunami. It nearly happened to us. If it wasn't for Chappie's pet whispering abilities, we could have been in all sorts. I was actually frankly amazed. Frankly, watch out!
George, Jaws.
Like my kids mowing the lawn, mate. Get off your proverbial and get on with it.
Okay folks, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Stephen is going to lift Chitra's porter's bag, which is our 2 luggage bags, and Chitra's gear. Here we go. Here he goes.
You close, yeah? Okay. Now.
One step, Stephen. Uh-oh. No, don't do it. Don't do an injury, Stephen. Oh, no.
Okay.
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 Okay, boys.
Yeah. Sit down.
Congratulations, Stephen.
Mate,
You win
amazing.
6 inches.
Alright.
Here you go.
Ik neem het meest.
Yes, indeed. Our last coffee morning tea of our 13-day trek. Kumbu trucks. Here we are, our last morning tea. Stephen and I with fresh coffee from the Himalayan area, and the lads black tea.
Is best.
Yeah.
30 minutes out from Lukla, Chappie.
Cheers.
Cheers. Beautiful, boys.
And the only FJ cruiser ever to have got to base camp and back. You beauty.
Yeah.
Here we are. We're coming up through the gates, Downsy.
Yeah, now.
Our 13-day,
Expedition.
175 kilometre trek.
Well done, boys.
Done, guys.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Ah,
Dill.
yeah.
Thanks, Dill.
We've done it. We're through the gate.
Amen.
Lukla. Well done. Yeah, let's see the puffin. Ready? Ooh! Good shot. Good. Ooh! Ooh! You bully. I'm just at the end of the Lukla airport, and you can get discount haircuts here this time of day, so don't miss out. Yeah, thank you. Get in there, mate. When we left Ramachap, it was 2 hours 45 late, just 2.25 hours late. Anyway, we're about to take off from Lukla.
We're well ahead, Tom.
We've got a half an hour up our sleeve. Anyway, here we go, fly out of Lukla. Let's hope we take off before the end of the runway.
I'm strapped in like tough heathen riding a chainsaw, I tell you.